Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are working on Titus Andronicus, Shakespeare's goriest play, and this particular scene that we're going to hear from Lucius today to finish off Act 3, Scene 1. This particular scene, we've seen a lot of grossness, so just be prepared. There's going to be some grossness in the recap. So where we are, of Titus's approximately 26 children, only 2 are still left alive, Lucius and Lavinia. Lucius has been banished because he was trying to stand up for his brothers Marcius and Quintus, who were just recently executed. And Lavinia was repeatedly raped, her hands cut off, and her tongue cut out so that she wouldn't be able to tell anybody who had raped her. And Titus has spent most of this scene lamenting all of these things, and as the woes keep piling on and piling on and piling on, Aaron tried to convince Titus and Marcus and Lucius that if one of them would send their hand to Saturnius, then that would spare the lives of Marcius and Quintus. But so Titus had Aaron cut his hand off and sent that, but then he got his hand back along with the heads of his 2 sons, Marcius and Quintus. So he was pretty much mired in this realm of, I'm so sad, I can't even be sad anymore. I've run out of tears and all I can really do is laugh about it at this point. And Marcus was like, okay, but now is the time for action. Like, take all of your grief, take your rage, take your grief and sorrow, turn it into rage and anger, and let's go get revenge for what we've been doing. So yesterday we heard from Titus where he brought the people that are still alive to him, which basically just amounted to Marcius, Lucius, and Lavinia. Marcus and Titus are each going to carry one of Titus's sons' heads, and Lavinia is going to carry Titus's hand in her mouth as they go back home to Rome. And since Lucius has been banished, Titus told him, go off and find the Goths and raise an army. So that has just happened. 3 of them have left. Lucius is left on stage, and he says, farewell, Andronicus, my noble father, the woefulest man that ever lived in Rome. Farewell, proud Rome, till Lucius come again. He loves his pledges dearer than his life. Farewell, Lavinia, my noble sister. Oh, would thou wert as thou to fore hast been. But now, nor Lucius nor Lavinia lives, but in oblivion and hateful griefs. If Lucius live, he will requite your wrongs, and make proud Saturnine and his empress beg at the gates like Tarquin and his queen. Now will I to the Goths, and raise a power to be revenged on Rome and Saturnine. So Saturnine is Saturnius. It's just sometimes they call him Saturnine and sometimes they call him Saturnius, but it's the same person. So we don't really learn anything new in this monologue. He's saying goodbye and paying tribute to his father and his home and his sister, and he's very much aggrieved of his sister's condition, but he says, you know, as long as I'm still alive, I'm going to get revenge for you, and I'm going to go off to the Goths, and I'm going to raise an army, and we're going to come back and destroy Saturnius and Tamara. And that's the end of Act 3, Scene 1. So, wow, it's a sort of monologue that feels like this should precede an intermission, you know, like all this horrible stuff has happened, but now they're at a bit of a turning point where they're not just going to be sad, they're going to be revengeful. So it almost feels like if you were going to put an intermission into the show, maybe it should go here. But anyway, that's the end of Act 3, Scene 1. We've still got Act 3, Scene 2, and then Acts 4 and 5 to go. So we'll be working on this for a while, and, you know, steel your stomach. There's more to come. I'll see you tomorrow for more. Mwah.